Okay, guys, I'm back. It's been a long time, but I'm back, I'm jazzy, and we're ready to go. This is actually the second time I've tried to record this video. The first time I did the battle, I won really fast, and then I listened to it, and there was no audio. I had forgotten to set my recording software to record audio and video. So, take two. Onward and upward. But first, I have a few things I have to talk about. First. The first one of those is, it's been a long time since I've played, and in that time, a new DLC launched. Kaladesh! Which I'm not doing. Or at least, at the moment, I'm not planning on doing it because it's a new plane, it's a new story. And, well, from here on out, pretty much everything aside from Kaladesh has to do with Eldrazi. We met Emrakul in the last battle, and by the end of the Eldritch Moon DLC, we'll have defeated her. And I'm just not sure that starting a new story makes sense. Maybe once Ether Revolt drops in the next couple of weeks, it'll make more sense. But at the moment, it doesn't make much sense to start a new story and then leave it hanging for who knows how long. So I'm probably not doing the Kaladesh DLC. Next thing. I've been playing a lot of Magic since I recorded last, and a few things that I said in the Emrakul fight that I need to fix. First off, I said that I was a bit confused regarding the definition of permanence. No longer. I have addressed that, and the mechanic that confused me, well, I figured out how that works. The mechanic that confused me was called Devotion. It's from the Theros block, which was the block before Dragons of Tarkir, which was the block before Origins was released. But Origins isn't technically a block, it's a set. Anyway, can I turn that down a little further? Okay. Anyway, so the way Devotion works is it doesn't count the number of permanents, which is what was confusing me. Devotion counts the mana cost of permanents, and the mana cost of a land is 0. Lands are also always considered colorless, regardless of what color they tap for, so there's that. The other thing I need to mention is what I said about how the original incarnations of the three Eldrazi Titans have that last little bit of text that says, if it will be put into a graveyard, shuffle your graveyard into your library. Yeah, I thought that was just a way to make them even scarier because you send them to the graveyard and then they come right back to your library. That's actually intended as a downside so they can't be reanimated out of a graveyard. If you're playing black or something. Or actually green and white also bring stuff back from the graveyard in different ways. So there's that. And also, since recording that battle, I have played with an Eldrazi deck, and I have to say that they're a lot more fun when they're on your team. Oh, right. The last thing I want to talk about, and actually doing this a whole lot faster than I did in the last video, or the last attempt at recording this video, rather, is I have a plan for a bonus video once I'm done with all DLC aside from Kaladesh. And that is to come back here to Emrakul and record until I beat her conventionally with those dang scoot mobs, and then show you guys a successful attempt on the channel. That will be the bonus video, because I really want to actually pull that off. Dang it. I have a friend who's done it, so I know it's possible, and I want to do it. Anyway, we're going to dive in here for attempt number 2. Hopefully I can do it as quickly as I did last time. I know, well, I would have, in the first attempt at recording this, I said I was a little bit scared, because the guy who recorded the Let's Play that inspired me to do this Let's Play only lost twice in the entire origin story. One of them was Liliana's boss fight against the demons. The other was this fight right here that we're about to do, and the reason for that is because it's a black or red deck. It goes really fast if you're not careful. But I'm going to see what I can do. Your first planeswalk brings you to Lorwyn. You can't shake the image of the horror in the mountain. You encounter an elf named Dwynnen, or I don't actually know how that's pronounced. I prefer Dwynnen, who tells you their home is threatened. Inspired to help defend your elfish cousins, you join them on a hunt. Let me just say, the elves of Lorwyn are really messed up. Anyway, goblins. I have to say, I have gotten much better at Magic since the last time I recorded one of these. I've played a lot. I've learned what a lot more of the cards do. I've learned some other strategies. I've learned more interactions between cards. I'm much better than I was this past summer when I had just started. Continue. Alright. This is the Kaladesh battlefield. Oh, we get to go first this time. Awesome. 3 lands, Scoop Mob, Nissa's Chosen, Hitchclaw Recluse, Primal Bellow. I cannot say no to this hand, ladies and gentlemen. This is a self-contained hand if there ever was one. Keep. Land. Land. Scoop Mob. Primal Bellow is how I won the last game, by the way. If he's got removal, it's coming down right now. Not if your first land drop is black, though. If his first land drop was a mountain, then we probably would have gotten removed on. This is chosen. Then swing with Scoop Mob while we have a chance. Confirm attacks. That's one constant in the way I play Magic always. If you get creatures on the field before your opponent, you always swing. So, I do have a couple of things I need to share. The first, Weirding Shaman. Pay 4, sack a goblin, put 2 1/1 black goblin rogue creature tokens onto the battlefield. Okay, so you guys know how much I get mana screwed. You've seen me get mana screwed in this very series, and it happens a lot, trust me. But one thing I don't think you've seen is a way I got mana screwed in the most recent Friday Night Magic tournament, or not the most recent Friday Night Magic tournament, the last Friday Night Magic tournament I played before coming back to school after the holidays, let's put it that way. And I basically got mana screwed without actually being mana screwed. He's tapped out, he cannot kill my Nissa's Chosen, swing. So basically, my first hand had 5 white spells and 2 forests. I was playing white-green. So I had to throw that out. And I drew into a hand that had a handful of plains and some white spells. Technically self-contained. Goblin Warchief. Goblin spells you cast cost 1 less. Goblin creatures you control have haste. Okay. So I look at it and I think, okay, I can technically do some stuff with this. I'm going to keep it because I really don't want to go to 5. So I'm not Primal Bellowing. So I go. I didn't draw a single source of green mana the entire game. But I had 7 white sources on board. I could have cast any white card in my entire deck, but none of the green ones. It was the weirdest thing ever. Tapped out, cannot kill Nissa's Chosen, swing. 3 toughness, baby. I suppose I could have Primal Bellowed it, but I can make that thing count for so much more later. Why would I Primal Bellow on second main? Tap and sacrifice a goblin. Target creature deals 2 damage to target creature or player. Crap. Sacked it to kill my Scoop Mob. A turn before it gets huge. Or actually 2 turns before it gets huge. I'm 1 turn away from 5 land, but then it has to come back around to the upkeep before it can get huge. Okay, drop Forest. Wildheart Invoker. Once again, tapped out and cannot kill Nissa's Chosen. And I have just enough left to Primal Bellow if I want. Continue. So the other story I wanted to share has to do with the weather. It snowed all last night. Okay. Swing. Actually, I don't think there's any point in Primal Bellowing. Not like Mrs. Chosen has trample. So it snowed all last night. There's about 6 inches on the ground right now. It's probably less than 20 degrees right now. The forecasted low for tomorrow is less than 5 degrees. I can count on one hand the number of times that's happened in North Carolina in my lifetime. It's very, very kind of scary. This does not happen in North Carolina. It doesn't. And what's going on over there with my opponents? Mud Button Torch Runner. When it dies, deals 3 damage to our creature or player. Okay? So, here's the... What are you doing? That. And 2 damage to me. And then not attacking. Okay, so here's what ended up happening. Or here's what is going to end up happening. So, Thursday's high is going to be 62. I find that extremely odd. I'm just gonna make a magic-themed joke about this. Well, basically, I was going to say we've had a cold snap, which is the name of a magic set from several years ago. But I don't think it's worth it now, honestly. It's kind of a shame. But oh well. Really bad jokes on the channel tend to not go over too well. Okay, he's got 2 black mana untapped. I know some of what's in this deck, and none of the removal I have seen can be cast without an untapped red source. So I'm going... Oops, I'm on main. Going to swing when this is chosen. Confirm attack. Stop timer. Is he not blocking? Continue. He's not blocking. Maybe I should have just dropped a Primal Bellow. Could have made it 8 damage instead of 2. Oh well. I mean, we're in a good spot. Wish it had a big scoot mob, but... Hornet Harasser. When it dies, target gets -2/-2 till end of turn. And does he still have... He does have something on the field that he can use to kill his goblins. He's not using it on this, because that's the thing that's giving everything haste. Okay, he has 1 untapped red source. Is he gonna attack? Nope. Nothing on second main. He has 1 untapped red source, and I think there is something he can cast off that. Throw in this forest. I've got nothing with landfall, so no worries there. I'm going to Wild Instincts the War Chief, I think. This is a sorcery, so... I'm gonna Wild Instincts the War Chief. Okay, in response, he gives it -2/-2. And then... Well, shoot! Wait. I don't understand what just happened. I don't understand what just happened. I gave it +2/+2, or I was going to. While that was on the stack, he sacked this to give the same creature -2/-2. That should have just canceled out. So why did my Mrs. Chosen go down to 0-1 and just die? I don't understand that. Well, I'll be skipping my attack step. I don't understand why that happened. It should have just canceled out the effect of the Wild Instincts. I mean, he didn't stop the Wild Instincts from resolving, he just... I don't understand. Now would be a good time to swing. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Now we can cast crap for free. I bet there's a lot of stuff in his deck he can cast for free off 2 War Chiefs. And that's really good. That's really good. And because, let's see, because it's a tribal sorcery goblin, the War Chief's ability applies to this too. Sack a goblin, he's gonna kill the Mud Button Torch Runner. Give my Hitchclaw -5/-5. Deal 5 damage to me, and then swing in for 6. That was a really good play. He'll deal 3 damage to me, then deal 5 damage to me, and then swing for 6. Welcome to Black Red, ladies and gentlemen. And, well, he's tapped out now. I wish there were stuff in my deck with haste, but it's mono green, so that won't happen. I'm dead. I'm dead. He's gonna swing in for 6 again, and I'm dead. That went poorly. Play again. Let's try this again. I don't think this is a hand I want to keep. Oh, I should show this off though. Dauntless Dowerbark. Creature Tree Folk Warrior. Dauntless Dowerbark's power and toughness are each equal to the number of forests you control plus the number of tree folk you control. I don't know how many other tree folk are in this deck aside from this, but still, it's kind of like the soulless one from Liliana's deck, except, well, actually it's pretty dang similar. As long as you control another tree folk, Dauntless Dowerbark has trample. I am drawing a new hand. Wow. This is arguably worse. Draw a new hand. I can't catch a break. Well, I'm not going to 5. So, keep? We get a draw, so... we don't get a scry. Phase Vaulter. Pay 1, set Goblin face Alder gets +2/+2 till end of turn. We do not get a scry. Usually, if you mulligan down to 6 and then keep, you're supposed to be able to look at the top card of your deck and decide whether you want to keep it on top or send it to the bottom. This game doesn't give you that. Can't do anything about that. Watch me be mana screwed. Watch me be mana screwed. Did I tell the story about being mana screwed in this version? Oh, that's wonderful. Goblin Fire Slinger, tap to deal 1 damage to target player. It's all coming at me. Did I tell that story about being mana screwed? I'm mana screwed! Tar Pitcher, tap sacrifice Goblin, deals 2 damage to target creature or player. I'm in a bad spot. Hold on. Boggart Loggers. Shoot. Oh, it's Forest Walk. I can't block. It's Forest Walk. I can't block. And wouldn't it be just wonderful if on his next turn he sacked it and blew up my land? That would be just wonderful. He's tapped out. I could swing, but if I swing, he's going to come back in with everything instead of just the Forest Walk guy next turn. So I'm going to skip attack. Another Fire Slinger. I'm already probably giving this one up for lost. Face Falter! I don't think we can win against that sort of a board state. Not in green. I mean, if we were playing red, then we could totally deal with this. Chandra's Fury, deal 4 damage to him, 1 damage to every creature. He'd be left with only 1 thing on board. But in green, there's not much we can do. This is chosen. Sack a Goblin, deal. He's got 2 blockers. Okay. Nope. Nope, I can't. He's got the black mana to pump both of them and then double block. Or, well, if he pumped both of them, he wouldn't even need to double block. So, nope. I can't afford to lose creatures in this situation. This has gone horribly. Maybe I should have risked going to 5. Okay, that thing's got Forest Walk. Face Vaulter. He'll sack a goblin to pump it, but I have to avoid taking damage. I could double block. I can't block that because it's Forest Walk. So I'm going to double block that, predicting some serious pumping. Tarfire. To me. Sack a goblin and pump. And we predicted correctly. Okay. He is tapped out and has no cards in hand. We can cast a 4/4 Dauntless Dowerbark, or we can remove the Boggart Loggers. We're going to remove the Boggart Loggers, and he doesn't have the mana to sacrifice it. So, bye-bye Forest Walk. I can't swing, though. Skip attack. But I think that's game anyway. That was really hard. Oh my gosh, it's freezing in my room. I live on the corner of the building, and my room is always freezing because I lose heat through 2 different walls. And let's face it, Elon University construction likes to cut corners on the insulation. It's freezing. Okay, opponent plays first. We've got decent this time. This is chosen. Wild Heart Invoker, Wild Instincts. Keep. Revealing Tarfire. What? Okay, what? I wasn't not able to read that. Auntie's Hovel enters the battlefield. May reveal a goblin card from your hand. That was a tribal goblin instant. I think it's an instant or sorcery, so it works. If you don't, Auntie's Hovel enters the battlefield tapped. And Goblin Fireslinger. Okay, we've got the land this time, so it's not going to be quite such a goblin beatdown. And we have a Dauntless Dowerbark. We know he has a Tarfire in hand. Playing a Face Vaulter. Okay, we know he has a Tarfire in hand. So, something is going to lose 2 of its toughness if I try and block with it, basically. But he's only got 1/1s on board, so all I need is 1 toughness. Okay, he's tapping that. The Face Vaulter is summoning sick. Well, now the Face Vaulter is not summoning sick. That was my end step, dang it. Not I've been scatterbrained all week. I really have. And then attack with the Face Vaulter. Okay. I will take 1. Because we know he has Tarfire in hand, and he's got also got more than enough mana to pump. So I'll take the 1. And another Face Vaulter for second main. I love the name of that card, I have to say. Face Vaulter. Like, yeah! Splat. Right on the face. Okay. Actually, I've only got 1 thing I can cast, which is Pilgrimage. Choosing that forest and that forest. Confirm. Okay. He only has one tap black source. He's got red for the tar fire. Not swinging. Okay. He's swinging in for 2. I'm going to block the thing that cannot pump. He's already tapped it, so he can't deal 1 damage to me. I'm going to block that and see what happens. Okay, no pumps. Boggart loggers. Great. Well, we'll be wild instincting that the first chance we get. He's tapped out. We can cast anything in hand. I'm going to wild instincts that boggart loggers before it gets out of hand. Wild instincts. Targeting this and that. He's tapped out. He cannot stop me. And then he cannot pump. So I will swing. We've got the +2/+2 off the wild instincts. I'll take 2 because he can only pump 1 of them, so maximum amount of damage we'll be taking this turn is 3. Because right, you have to sack something to pump those, right? I did read that right? Continue. Yeah, you have to sack a goblin, so he can only have pumped 1. And we'll double check what that does. Sack goblin to make tokens. Throw down that. Get a Dower Bark, now that he can't kill it at instant speed. Okay. He has a red source for the tar fire. But we have to get the tar fire out of his hands sooner or later. If he has more than 1, he'll only be able to cast 1 of them. And if he tar fires Nissa's Chosen, then blocks, we will kill the Weirding Shaman. So, swing. Confirm. He doesn't block. Or tar fire me. That's interesting. I wonder why. We've seen no Goblin War Chiefs this turn. He's got no way of reducing costs. He's got Fodder Launch. Crap. So he's going to sack 1 of those. Kill Nissa's Chosen, deal 5 damage to me. Okay. Play a land. I can put 2 creatures in play right now. Or I could Wild Instincts the Weirding Shaman. Anyway, play Grazing Gladeheart. I don't think he has any means of killing the Dauntless Dower Bark right now. I'm going to throw down a Wild Heart Invoker. Creature advantage. And then I'm going to swing with the Dower Bark. 8 damage is nothing to sneeze at. He could chump block. Okay. I don't think I do not think he has the means. Actually, I think there's one combo in the deck that could kill my Darabark right now, which is sacking the Mud Button Torch Runner to a fodder launch. But I think that's the only way he could do it. Additional con. Okay, what's getting shrunk now? Okay, killing that, dealing 5 more to me. We're in a bet. On the other hand, he has no cards on the field. I will drop Charging Rhino. Tarfire targeting the Gladeheart. That's fine. You are now tapped out and your hand is empty. 8. We're in a very bad spot. We can still win this. It all depends on what he draws next turn. If it's a land, we're set. If it's a land, we are set. If it's a fodder launch, it's our turn? Okay. Wildheart Invoker? Swing for double lethal? And, hold on, check his graveyard. Fodder launches a sorcery. He cannot kill us. Launches a sorcery. Tarfire is an instant, only does 2 damage. It's the only thing we've seen that he could have that he could use on us right now. And it won't kill me or either of the creatures I'm swinging with. So, because if Fodder Launch was instant, he could kill us before we kill him. But we just killed him, so... Well, that took longer than I had hoped. To your horror, the hunting party massacres a group of boggarts. You're appalled at the murder of these innocent creatures. Dwyn claims the boggarts' hideousness is reason enough for the slaughter. You will not abide such evil. That's what I meant when I said that the elves of Lorwyn were messed up. Just being ugly is grounds for killing someone in their society. Really messed up. Well, anyway, that took way too long. I really hoped I could have uploaded in the first attempt, but I had no audio. It only took me about 20 minutes, including my pre-battle spiel. So, it was a very fast fight. Wish I could say the same about this one. Well, all 3 matches were pretty quick. Admittedly, I've only been recording for 42 minutes, and it took me 3 attempts. Anyway, I will see you guys back here probably tomorrow, because I'm not going anywhere tomorrow. I might as well take on Dwyn and finish up Origins. Until then, stay jazzy. Bye.